Welcome to Maple Lane Farm in scenic Lyndeborough, New Hampshire. We're glad you're here. Let's show you around and show you a bit about where we get our maple syrup for our famous maple brittle.
My husband and I own Maple Lane Farm in Lyndeborough, New Hampshire, and I'd like to welcome you to our farm. I've been buying my maple syrup from the Maple guys ever since I've developed my recipe, and it's specifically because Chris makes concentrated dark syrup specifically for me, so that the maple flavor is very prominent in all the brittle. Here, I got you a snack.
Oh, great. No, it's actually, I'm at about 3/4 of a quart for 100 gallons of syrup. Wow. I have a new pan this year in the middle.
Yeah.
And that new pan helps the efficiency 50%. So it's huge. Yeah, it is. So we're about 4,000 taps, so I need efficiency. But Sugar Bush is up on the hill here. It's one of the nicer sugar bushes in Lyndeborough. And this sugar bush consists of two sections. There's an upper section and a lower. And I tap both of them. The upper section actually comes right into the tank over here. And then the lower sugar bush is over here, and I actually pump the sap up over behind the house and into the tank.
That's the sap coming off.
Yep, that's the finished product. Yeah, it's continuously fed, and there's a float box, and there's a top tank over there, and it's fed around if you look that way, there's a float box, and it feeds this pan, and from this pan, it comes out of here, out of the upper pan, drops down, and there's mechanical float, and the mechanical float, as I watch my level here, so it goes in, and there's 3 sections in this bottom pan. It comes out of this pan here and heads into a float box. And this float box is maintaining the level in the front pan. You can see it, it's running about 2 inches. So the sap actually comes out of this pan through the float and it goes underneath the pans in this pipe and heads over to the front corner, and there's a partition in each pan. So it'll flow this way, around, back through this pipe, around, back through this pipe, to here, and then eventually here.
Running dog.
Yep. So it actually is, as it moves, you can see the moisture being removed. I always continuously checking the sugar content of the finished product.
So how do you know the grade? You know the grade coming out?
I won't know until I finish.
Okay.
So that'll be later tonight. I'll probably pack about 150 gallons tonight. That's my plan.
And he makes it specifically for me.
Absolutely.
And how does that feel, having it made specifically for you?
Very special.
How did you two meet?
We live in Lyndeborough.
And what I'll do is I'll heat up the syrup in here. And I have a bunch from yesterday. It's all in there. And I'll let you taste some.
So they were asking me, why does your syrup taste different from anybody else's?
Because I feel I have the best equipment, which helps. My knowledge, and I have the best equipment, and it's all stainless. Everything we do is stainless steel. Now the advantage of stainless steel is it's cleanable. So everything is clean continuously.
How did you learn how to do maple syruping?
I had relatives who did it in western New York.
Yeah.
So when I was a kid, They had a big maple farm, yep. I'll be boiling probably for 8 hours today. So, what's that? For 100. I figured it'd be about 100.
You have to watch the weather too, right? To make sure that you have like the day to do the maple syruping in, or?
Well, I watch the weather to see, I anticipate my production. So I'll anticipate the production or the sap flow, and then I'll decide if I'm gonna produce the syrup that day or wait another day based on the weather, so I'll have enough sap to make it worth my while. So I wanted to stay with wood.
Yeah.
I didn't really want to jump over to the oil side or other production. So that's kind of, I stayed with this and went with more efficiency.
Yeah.
It's fun to look at. I'll come in here during the off season and look at it, kind of marvel at it.
Looks good and smells good.
Yeah, it's a little dirty now. She's been running hard the last hour. And I also competed internationally with Canada and came in third. So I took a lot of pride.
That's why it's the best maple syrup.
That'll heat you up. Yeah. That is wild.
Thanks for the tour, Chris. Now let's head on back to Maple Lane Farm and let's see some of this delicious maple brittle, and let's meet some of the farm animals.
All right. Your little mouths are opening, huh? In my brittle, I like to use high quality ingredients because I find that it gives you consistent results every time I make it. I use a brand name sugar. I use European style butter because it has a higher butterfat content than butter that you can buy in the grocery store, and it makes for a more consistent brittle because it's always the same. And I use Chris's maple syrup because his is consistently the best in the area, and he makes it specifically for me.
At Maple Lane Farm, we have 4 unique maple brittle flavors: maple peanut, maple walnut, maple cashew, and maple almond brittle.
There's no bottle here. No bottle. He goes, what do you mean there's no bottle?